Hello everyone and good day to you. This is Roger with Groovis Games Unlimited, and I hope everyone is doing great, having a fantastic week, and enjoying the last days of summer as we head into fall. So as always, I love hanging out with you guys, and I don't think I have to tell you, well, the title said it all. The proofs for Dungeon Crusade are here, and I've been looking forward to this video with you guys for a long time. And please excuse my few days delay getting this. It's been, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. It has been really crazy busy. I'm back to going on 3.5 to 4 hours sleep. If I sound a little different, it's because I got myself sick. So I have a cough drop. So I'm feeling good though. No, I don't have COVID. Paul, I know you're going to ask. No, it's just a little cold, but I'm doing great. Hey, I just wanted to hang out with you guys, see how you're doing, go over some of the proofs. I'm sure that you want to take a look at these, and I want to, show them to you. And we are very close to the printing of the game. So I'll tell you what, let me put my camera down here on my stool in the back, and let's chat about everything. Okay, and I am back with you again. It's awesome that you're here. I'm looking forward to this video. And like I said, excuse my voice, it might sound a little different, but I guess this is a plug for Hall's Cough Drops. I am on the Hall's Cherry Cough Drops. This is really good stuff, and I needed it to clear my voice to do this. So it's all good though. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. There's a few things I want to say right off the bat. The Kickstarter update I wanted to have out yesterday, but this particular video, and actually the photo shoot, took a little longer. So give me a few days, guys. We're going to have the monthly Kickstarter Dungeon Crusade update out for you. It is going to be a jam-packed one with the revised rulebook. We have that. I think you're really going to enjoy looking at that. Of course, we did a little photo shoot of some of the proofs for the Kickstarter update, and then our good friend Michael with his game from League of Dungeoneers, and Victor with his game Dungeons of Doria. Their games are going to be in the update. So I just want to say that right off the bat. Please give me a few days. I'm working as fast as I can to dispatch this for you. But you're really going to enjoy looking at the revised rulebook. So I had to grab my handy pen. So we're going to just go over some of the proofs here. I don't want to keep you guys, but I think you'll enjoy looking at all of these. Now, we'll briefly look at them. I don't want to take up, be here an hour with you guys, but I thought, could chill out for a bit, look at everything. And another thing, I'm trying to remember everything. Huge kudos and thank you to our production engineers at Wingo Games. Guys, to put together a size of this game, like on the proof sheets, it's a huge task. And so, as always, they're just a pleasure to work with. I've known them now for 10 years, going on 10 years, and they're just always a pleasure to do business with. With that being said, let's take a look at everything. Now, as I mentioned before, some of this is scaled down, and that's totally fine. They asked if they could scale things down because, the proof sheets are absolutely huge. I said, that's fine, as long as we can see everything. And I have some people, we're going to be going over everything for the next week or two. And, I just wanted to say these are smaller, but that's totally okay because I want to show you this. They actually sent, in case you guys have never seen this before, okay, here's the encounter cards. Of course, there's double-sided. But take a look at how huge, hopefully I get this all on camera. So it's there's that, and then there's even this sheet here. So this gives you an idea how huge these proof sheets are. They're absolutely massive. So that's why they condensed everything down, and that's all good with us, that's fine. So, you know what, I guess we could just start with taking a look at the encounter card sheet, since this is the biggest one here. So this is their code. I don't know if you can make this out from here. And I know a little bit about what, I don't think it'll make it out, but that's all their codes for stuff. And 4C plus 4C means double-sided color on both sides. I learned that, but I don't think it'll come out. But that's their code for everything. Oh, there it goes, right there. So, take a look at that. So, it might be getting a spoiler here, but there's some of the encounter cards here. I got yelled at before for showing spoilers. Yes, all encounter cards, I made sure that there was unique art on all of them. I think it would have been lame just to have just the text. I wanted to give players a visual of what's going on for the encounter cards. Set that over here. And there's 87 unique encounters. And we talked about that in the other video, but now you can see the proof sheet. And finally this one. There's the other one here. So a little sneak peek at the encounters for you. So there's that. I'll tell you what, let me grab the hero cards and we'll take a look at that. Here are the hero cards, looking very good. And actually, I want to mention something. As most of you know, I work very closely with the awesome people at Wingo Games. So since this is a reprint, all of the hard work is done. This is going to go pretty quickly because, you know, we were looking over some things. Everything is looking great. But the big thing is I am a stickler for making sure everything has the perfect saturation, you know, color, brightness. So all of that was, you know, saved from the previous run. So all of that's, you know, as good as the game looks now, you know what I mean, that was all saved. So it will carry over into the reprint. So basically, you know, kind of a shortcut. We already have that done. So we'll look at my favorite hero here. And when Shadowleaf here, then if you flip it over, you know, all the heroes have backstories for that on their level 1 card. So it just follows suit on the reverse side with all that. So there's some hero cards for you, looking great, very colorful. And look at it. For what it's worth, there's their code again for everything. And see, like that right there, the 4C plus 4C. What that means is it's double-sided color. So if it says something like 4C plus 1C, there's color on one side and just like black or whatever other color on the other side. Just if you wanted to know. So there's that. Village board. Right here. And remember, we're going to have samples of the game too, of the Crusader of the Realm and the Slayer of the Realm edition. So we'll have an advanced copy. So we'll break that open, you know, when everything is, of course, set and all that. So it's not going to happen very quickly, but that will be on the way. So there's your village board. And for what it's worth, if you want to see, there's that code again. And this should be 4C plus, 4C plus 4C. So there's going to be a colored background on this. That should actually be 1C because the back of the village board is just black. So I got to ask him about that. But it's looking very good, very colorful, very vibrant and bright. Okay. And you know what, since I talked about it, here is the box. This is for, let me get it in here. This is your Crusader of the Realm box. So everything's looking great here. So there's that little code again of theirs. Looks very awesome. So you can see, so the Slayer of the Realm will have just the same thing, but in red, Slayer of the Realm, and has that, I did some graphic design with that evil skull and the occult wheel there. And there's some like ghosted images at the top. And so there's the box for that. And you guys, I hope you're like hanging out with me, checking the stuff out. Here is, again, this is condensed down, then that's fine, but this is the Avalon Adventure board for the Avalon Adventure board game. And as you may know, that this is going to be a bifold design. So you'll fold it once, fold it again, so it stores back in your box. Looking very good, very colorful, very vibrant. And let me pause and grab something fun to look at. Now this was of course scaled down, but here is a mini version of the Ancient Runes dungeon board. As you know, there are 4 dungeon boards in Dungeon Crusade. The Ancient Runes, reverse side of that dungeon board is the Tomb of Kaladar. And then actually, you really can't see it, but I laid it out. This is the full Castle Blackwood. And this looks very awesome. Very bright, very colorful. So the Castle Blackwood, and on the reverse side of that is the Cavern of Lost Souls. So we'll take a look at that when we clear all of that out. There's some expansion heroes up there. Let me grab that real quick. Take a look at this. So, and real quick, just as a side note, here are your 6 expansion heroes. Matari, the Bard hero, Lyrena Nightweave, the Battle Mage, Jorah Oakheart, the Priestess, Kane Roic, the Paladin, Kane Redfeather, the Ranger, and finally Korath Doomswood, the Warlock. And so, looking very nice and colorful. So if you can see, like here's Matari. This is a very cool hero that has some really good buff special abilities. There is the level 1 reverse side. Of course, that's her backstory. There, and like here. So here's Matari level 3. If we reverse it, there's her level 2, so on and so forth. So that's all, that's looking good, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So there's some expansion heroes for you. Over here for the Avalon Adventure board game, these are all of the adventure cards and they have like a little few on there. And this is, of course, for the Avalon Adventure board game, you can play this before playing Dungeon Crusade, then import your heroes into Dungeon Crusade if they survive the land of Avalon. I absolutely loved creating this game. I wrote 259 unique events, encounters, battles. There's so many NPCs in this, villains and legendary heroes, factions. Very, very cool game. I love playing this game, just even as a standalone. So of course that's the reverse side. All adventure cards are double-sided, so those are looking good. And what are we gonna take a look at now? Let me move some stuff around here. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff ready for you. Again, I hope you're enjoying hanging out with me, taking a look at the proofs for the game. But they are condensed, which is fine. There are your heroes for the expansion heroes. Let's flip this side over. Initiative tokens 7 through 12. So if you want to play with more heroes, play Mega Dungeon Crusade, which, Paul, I know you've been playing that. You beat me to it. So that's looking good. And of course, those be, normal size. But very colorful, very clear, very bright. Now this is one of the House of Chance games right here. This is the Heroes versus Monsters. But created 4 House of Chance games. There is an add-on. So if you're someone who just got the Crusader of the Realm, the other edition from, a little while back, or just the Knight of the Realm, the base edition, there is an add-on available for the House of Chance games. But if you have the Slayer of the Realm, you're getting every single add-on in one huge box. So there's Heroes versus Monsters. There's the tokens for that. And that is Bravely. I created this. We'll take a look at it here. The Adventures of Bravely the Knight. That's the little hero, Bravely there. And this is a House of Chance game. It's a little dungeon, a death trap dungeon, and you'd send Bravely through it, and whatever gold he gets out, the heroes get. And I had that board right here. Of course, I think it's 8 by 8 inches. So just picture this if it was 8 by 8 inches, but it's looking really good. And real quick, I talked about this before. I worked with the amazing Damien Maimolidi, the artist, and I gave him my prototype work. And for those who don't know, Damien worked on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. He was an artist on that, so it was a real pleasure and honor to work with him. Of course, all of the artists, they're just amazing. But he took the prototype work, we worked on it, and that's what it looks like. And so I pictured this as a retro arcade game, like a medieval arcade game. So I said, we got to have insert gold here. And so you put 500 gold into the machine. The machine is stocked with 2,500 plus your 500, and then you just go through here and you try to get as much gold. Bravely tries to get as much gold out as he can. Very fun game. And right here there will be a red spinner to make it truly retro. So there's that. And what's a Skulljack board? Oh, Heroes versus Monsters. We'll go over this. These, again, small, regular size. Oh, and there's the Bravely hero card. So Brave, you can find a magic sword in the dungeon that gives you a +1 to combat rolls. Hopefully that comes into focus. And this is how you keep track of, there he goes, Brave's health. And so these are the challenge cards. Again, you know, bigger sized for Heroes versus Monsters. Goes up to level 8. You start at level 1 and you set up the monsters accordingly. So they're coming into the Chapel of Light and your heroes have to defend it. Very cool little game. Hold on one second, because I had the Skulljack board. Let me look through this real quick. Okay, and just actually I wanted to show you this. Remember we were talking about the Avalon Adventure board game. Here is your battle board, dungeon. One side, outdoor settings, so when you do your little battles, you can select which one is appropriate. And I just had the tokens for that. Here they are. Here's your tracking tokens and the different runes of eternity there. The war banner, and oops, there's the other side. So like that. And so there's your rejuvenation potions. There's the runes, and then there's the other side for the war banner. These are your tracking tokens. You put those on the board as you're going from region to region. There's that. On the reverse side of Heroes versus Monsters, there's Skulljack, and you can tell it's looking really good, nice and colorful. And with Skulljack, again, House of Chance game, you'll get this in the Slayer of the Realm, or you can get the add-on for the other 3 House of Chance games. And you get a custom deck of Damien Maimolidi. I worked with him on all the House of Chance games, so that is his incredible retro art. Killer job. And then with Skulljack, you get a custom deck of Dungeon Crusade Skulljack cards. These are regular playing size cards. Remember, they did condense some of this down just because it would have been a huge giant package, and this is all we needed to look at. So you just have standard playing cards there. So there's a take a look at that so you can see. I think it's pretty snazzy. You get a custom deck of Skulljack playing cards. What do they call it? Poker size. They're poker size cards. You know, they're regular cards there. What else can we go over here? Whoops. We can. I'm going to save this for last. I have a huge stack of stuff that we'll just rifle through towards the end. Hold on one second. Okay. We're going to see more of this. I don't want to give you spoilers. Here are some of the blessing cards. Your heroes can pay 200 gold when they're in the village to get a blessing. I don't want to show you the reverse side. Sorry, don't want to give you spoilers. And here's the other one. Again, this board, actually I might have it right here. Okay, so there's the proof sheet for, there's quest tokens there. There's Tower Attack, but I just so happen to have, that's as big as it is, Tower Attack. And this comes standard in all editions of Dungeon Crusade. Evil Skeleton Army has taken over the tower. The Avalon Valiant Army is trying to take it back. You start here, you bet. You have to start at level 1 of the tower. It's a dice pushing game. You take the purple, green, and orange D12, you roll them. You have to meet or exceed those numbers here. You get 3 attempts, set successive rolls aside. It's a very fun game. I have made it to level 8, but I have never got that. So that's as far as I've gotten it, but it took me a while to get there. So there you go. There's Tower Attack. And this is the Dungeon UI board. We looked at this extensively in the past video. Again, condensed down, but you saw how big that is. But as you can see, it's very colorful. It looks great. So there's that proof sheet. Everyone's favorite thing, cardboard money. Again, remember, condensed down. Here is your damage tokens, Life Force, think XP. And you know what? I'm going to touch on this. So many people asked who got this game before. There were these white little things here. They punch out. And everyone thought they were part of the game. They're not part of the game. They were just extra things. So you could punch those out and maybe write something on them and use them for the game. But there's no use for these white tokens. You would not believe how many people asked that. So it's all good. You can punch these out and come up with something for the game if you want. There's your tracking tokens, which we looked at in the other video. And everyone loves cardboard money. 1,500 and 100. And everyone's favorite fetch hound. Look at that little mini Albus hero card. So you can see Albus is level 1 here. You probably know I love dogs, so I wrote the origin stories of fetch hounds here. And so you can read about that, what I wrote for the fetch hounds. And Albus can be leveled up to level 3, level 2, level 3. And here's some more. Remember, this is all going to be big. There's some of the cardboard miniatures for the game. Looking very good. And there's some more for you. There's actually the 6 heroes you get with the game. There is Dreadthorn, the undead dragon. There's Magnus, the toughest guardian in the game. There is Horus. There's Red Widow. There is Razorfang. There's Nefarion and Banevik and Lord Blackhand, the leader of the Blackhand army. So there's 8 guardians, and I wrote origin stories for them, named them, and they're pretty badass, especially when they hit level 4. This is, you know what this is for? These are the expansion, for the double dungeon expansion, Castle Blackwood, Castle Blackwood and the Cavern Lost Souls. So your quest tokens here. There was another side to this, but it says quest token on the back. So that is your the quest tokens for that double dungeon expansion. And I think, just real quick, here's the scenario pages. 10 scenarios I wrote for the game. So they have it on this course. You know, it would be huge, like what, 11 by 8.5 or whatever. So there you go. There's the cover scenario book. Some rolls to get you going on that. And so there, excuse me, there's that. So I'll tell you what, I think that's almost about it. Let's go to this big stack here. I'm going to clear off a space and we'll wrap it up with just going through this huge stack right here. Again, guys, I hope you're enjoying this. I really am enjoying going over all this, and we're so close to printing. Okay, hold on one second and I'm gonna make some space. And you know what, real quick, I cleared off some space here. This is Castle Blackwood. Of course, it doesn't look as snazzy, you know, as the dungeon board itself with all the doors and everything on it, but you can just take a look at this really quick. And actually, when I was, you know, I designed all the dungeons, and of course these incredible artists painted everything, but I researched castles for like a month. And this is just a really cool layout for Castle Blackwood. There's like a little bit of an outdoor area with some snow, and then you get into the inner part of the castle here. There's an undercroft to the castle, the royal graveyard here. The western watchtower over there is the eastern watchtower, and there's a lot of like secret entrances into the castle. So over here, here's the Queen's burial chambers. I always thought this looked really cool. Sean Ellis took the prototype dungeon board I gave him and he painted all this. I always thought that looked very cool. Here is the King's burial chamber. And of course, all the quests I wrote for this go with this. And again, just so much storytelling and lore and world building. Just for this right here. And I don't know, you know what, check the description in the comment. Actually, I did a video on a quest. I kind of just read the quest and put some backgrounds in it. Take a look at the Legend of the Burning Ballroom. The link for it will be in the description. So that will give you a little backstory on Castle Blackwood. So I just wanted to show you this real quick. Came up very nice. There's a larder right there. Okay, so let me get those over here and let's take a look at these and wrap everything up. And you know what? I just so happen to have some punch boards for a game that were sitting over there. So I thought it'd be cool to grab these, kind of the finished product, from the previous edition, but it's all going to look like this. Before we look at that, and we'll just go through these real quick. And there's what I just showed you, the coins. So this is the actual real deal stuff right here. These are champion monster tokens. So this is what you can expect. It's going to look this awesome. So actually, I'm glad that this was sitting over there to show this to you. So there's some tokens for you. And all of them are numbered. I think it goes from A1 to A13. Lots and lots of punch boards. And that there's a deluxe unboxing video where I show people how to set everything or punch it out and store it all. Some more champion monster tokens. What's these? These are, potions. Nice and colorful. So there's that. So I'm glad this is there so you could show you this is what you can expect. Oops, that will give a spoiler right at the top. That's what's in the crates. Is that quest tokens? There's your blank quest tokens. What's that? More quest tokens, tons of different quest tokens. So if you create your own quests and scenarios, you have a lot to draw from. And there is some monsters and some dungeon doors. There is some more. Well, that's that sheet we just looked at. So there we go. That's the final thing that'll look like. More dungeon doors. More monsters. We just looked at this sheet too. So I'm very happy that was sitting over there so we could show you what, the final product's going to look like. And tower attack. And lastly, we got our trap tokens and lock picking. So that's like, you get 10 clear trap symbols and of course 10 trap ones. It's a very cool trap system in the game. There's your lock pick tokens. Remember, when you have a lock, put all the tokens in a bag, pick one out, and you have to roll those numbers in the colored dice, and that's as many attempts as you got. Okay, I'm glad we took a look at that, so let's get ready to look at all of these proof sheets here. And as someone said before, do not worry about this. I talked to them, and it just got cut from this. It will not be like that in the game, I assure you. It will not. So there's some of the Guardian cards there. Treasure, and that's actually blessing cards, treasure chest cards, tavern task, 193 different pieces of loot. So you saw how big that encounter sheet was. So picture this is that huge. They're massive. And I think they have a video on their website. You should see these printing machines. They look incredible. They're massive. So these are just some of the punch boards we just looked at. So there's that. It's kind of cool to show you the finished product and what the proofs look like. It's really just everything we just looked at. There's those again. These are the quests. 60 unique quests for Dungeon Crusade. Of course, double-sided. Those are your player aid cards right there. More loot. There is, like I said, 193 pieces of unique loot in the game. Everything you can think of. Axes, swords, crossbows, staffs, scepters, maces, shields, helmets, bracers, pauldrons, everything. More loot. And you can't read it here, but I wrote flavor text for each piece of loot in the game. There's that. There is your affliction cards, and that is your second degree. Remember, there's first degree and second degree afflictions. Here is the secret room cards. Oops, there's the other side for that. So that kind of goes together. Secret room cards. Then these are the hero's special ability cards here. Oh, there's a few more, even more encounter cards. Double-sided. Oh wait, that's two of them there. Okay, that was that sheet there. There's that. There is that. Again, I hope I'm not boring you guys going over this. Hope you're enjoying looking at this. Minions level 1 to 3. And There, they all are there. Champion monsters. Let me tell you something. I love monsters in these kind of games. Tons and tons of monsters. Diablo. I'm a huge Diablo player, so I wanted to make sure we had tons of unique monsters and creatures in the game. And in the huge expansion for next year, I would like to triple the amount of monsters and creatures in the game. I love them and create different factions, so be prepared for a quite massive expansion, probably the biggest one you've ever seen, to be honest with you, and at least 4 new dungeons. And I'm going to create them a little bit differently to change it up. I got a really cool design. If you hear a fetch hound, yes, that's YOLO. Please forgive YOLO. What we're going to be wrapping up here. Champion monster cards, level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, there's normal and elite. For example, Elder Priest right there. Trying to get you in there. There's the normal and elite one. Oh, you know what? These are the heroic. Because remember, the game ships with normal difficulty. Add-ons is expert difficulty, and heroic, Slayer of the Realm people, you get all of it. So I didn't catch that before. So there is all of that. And like I said, guys, this is, the hard work is done. That's what's really nice about a reprint. We're gonna, of course, we got to do our Crusader upgrade pack for all our friends, our veteran Crusaders. But other than that, the hard work has been done. Guardian card, so you can see like that was not cut off. And they already addressed that. They said, of course, it would never leave the factory like that. Guardians, and now see green, that is your expert Guardians right here. White is normal, green is expert, blue is heroic difficulty. And actually, I had a legendary difficulty, so maybe, because people have said heroic are pretty tough. I love challenging games. Perhaps we will bring out the legendary difficulty. Okay, there's that. More champion monsters. Now this is probably, yeah, so there you go. There's that green. These are the expert champion monsters here. Whew, this is a lot. And more guardians. These are the heroic, because it glows blue. Tell you, a level 4 heroic guardian, it'll wreck your day. I really hope you rally heroes before you try to take one of these guys down. More quest cards. You know what? I think this is for the double dungeon expansion. Let me see. Yes, this is for the double dungeon expansion. Mining cards. Right here in their little note right here that they got to print this. 4 copies of this for 136. This is, of course, when you mine and craft, and you can make power gems, and I think that's coming up here. More monster cards. And that's this. Okay, more. There's expert difficulty ones. Heroes, special abilities. I think this is the expansion heroes. Right, whoops. No, that was right. Oh, a few of them are upside down. That's fine. So, these are the expansion hero special abilities. Remember, they go up to level 3, and each hero has 3 unique special abilities. And Matari has some great, buffing special abilities. Special Twisted Melody and Enchanting Hymn are really good. Alluring Charm's good, but Enchanting Hymn, it boosts up the hero's warfare values. She is a very valuable hero. More champion monster cards, and these are the normal version here because it has the white glow, and that's just the backing. And last but not least, I think there's actually even still a few more things. These are the power gems and the Celebration Day cards when you go to Celebration Day. So this is, that's the power gem itself, and then on the reverse side is the recipe of what precious stones and how many pieces of moonstone, how many pieces of Zultanite you will need. And I think that's about it. I'm going to scan over, but I think we went over just about everything. Okay, so let me pull the camera back and we'll wrap this up. And actually, last before Last thing, this is the Cavern of Lost Souls. And again, all dungeon boards are 3 by 2 feet. This is, of course, condensed down. This is on the reverse side of Castle Blackwood is the Cavern of Lost Souls, or vice versa. And I've said this so many times that when I designed this, there's actually a lot of lore in this part too, but you're going to have, this always feels very vast. And the reason being, there's partly outdoor, there's this hidden like cavern or creepy cavern, but then there's this dungeon tucked away in the corner, and here's a crypt right here, Crypt of the Betrayer. And there's like a little forest area, but this dungeon board in particular always feels really vast. Oh, and there's the little village of Briarwood right here. There's some very cool quests in there. Red Widow, remember we talked about the Guardian Red Widow? Well, here is her home, Red Widow's lair, east and west. So that's where kind of she comes from. As I said, guys, I hope you're seeing, put a lot into this game to give you guys something truly different and unique. There's the bridge right here leading over. So there you go. So that is the Cavern of Lost Souls. And with that, guys, that is about it. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I think this was an extended look at the proofs for the game. I am just so happy this is all wrapping up, and I'm really looking forward to just, printing everything, getting it out. And as you know, I'm working on a smaller game, which I welcome very much, and it's going to be very awesome. But what I wanted to tell you is this, not really bad news. Right now, our primary focus is going over the proofs. That's numero uno. We want to get this thing done. We're going to be working very closely with the manufacturer. So in saying that, thank you for all your comments on the showcase series. I am going to have to slow down with those. And truth be told, I told you, I've been going on 3.5, 4 hours. And it's going to be a nice little break to work on this, which is, of course, the primary focus. But then I think in a few days, like over the weekend, I want to get the next showcase video out for you. So just know it is going to slow down just a bit, because this is right now what we're going to be working on. But tons more videos on the way for you. And I think that's it. But remember, the Kickstarter update, please give me a few days. We got to do a little photo shoot for this stuff, and it will be an awesome update for you guys. I promise you. All right, I am out to actually compile and edit this video so you can see it. Stay tuned for more stuff, and as always, I will keep you in the loop for everything going on. Anything new, any information, you guys will be the first to know. And of course, the Kickstarter crowd. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And I thought I was going to say something else, but I'll put it in the comments section. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I'm going to be talking to you very soon. And let's shoot for this weekend the next showcase video, which we're going to look at the patrol route system and kind of a little more in the monster phase of a turn. We're going to go over the raiding minions and the bloody arrows, and we'll have fun with it. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will be talking to you soon.